Hey guys, Eric here. These are not a Megacade. This is a Retroid Pocket 2 Plus. This is a Nintendo Switch. Why am I telling you this? Because I miss my Megacade and I'm away from it right now. Alright guys, so I needed to make some kind of video. All the hype right now in the Facebook group for EHA is around Omega. And I needed to make a video about Omega. Why did I need to make a video about Omega? Because everyone's doing it and I want to follow the trend and I want to be cool like everyone else. Not only that, I want to make this video hopefully to help you guys out with some basic stuff when it comes to Omega. Now I want to preface this by saying I am not a part of the Omega team. Those developers and the guys that have done it out of just pure passion for gaming, I salute them, I thank them. I'm thoroughly going to enjoy what they've created once I get it in my hands and I can't wait for it, but I'm not part of that team. That being said, if this video can help some people out as far as getting Omega in your hands and whatnot, then I'll feel like it has been a success. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go over some basics about Omega. Not necessarily the actual software or anything like that, how to use it. No. Just about getting Omega. So you want Omega. What do? You have your Megacade. Now I don't have my Megacade with me right now. I'm traveling on business with my company. So we're actually out in California. I'm away from my home in Arizona. And I just miss my Megacade so much. But I needed to make a video and I hope it does help some people. So basically in the bottom of your Megacade, and someone already made a video showing this, in the bottom of your Megacade you will see two drives. They will have probably MP 1.1 on them, standing for Manhattan Project, and there's going to be a smaller one about this size. This is a Samsung Evo 870. I don't think this is what's in your Megacade currently, but this is a 2.5-inch solid state drive, 1 terabyte in storage space, and you're going to need at least 1 terabyte for your boot drive for Omega. This is a 1 terabyte drive. You can go 2 terabyte, you can go 4 terabyte, you can go 8 terabyte. You can go up to very high sizes with a 2.5-inch solid state drive. You can even go 16 terabyte, but more on that later. Anyway, this is a Samsung Evo 870 1 terabyte SSD, and this is a very good SSD. It's cheap. It's available from Amazon right now, and they get shipped to you really quickly. I recommend getting one of these if you want to upgrade to Omega, and yeah, that's where you're going to start. So you're going to get one of these. What you can do is you can take your drives out of your Megacade and you can ship them to Dave over at EHA, and he will upgrade them and then send them back to you after you've purchased a Launchbox license. However, if you want to play your Megacade and also get Omega, send Dave some blank drives. That way, you leave your drives in your Megacade, you play all the games you want, you have drives getting upgraded to Omega, he sends them back, and then you can swap out your drives and you can take care of it from there. That's my plan, that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, back to what you need. Alright, first thing you need, 1 terabyte boot drive. This is in your system already. You'll recognize it. It looks similar to this. It probably has a silver casing around it, and it has an MP 1.1 sticker on it, as well as the radioactive sign for Manhattan Project. The next thing you need is this. Now, it doesn't have to be these brands. These are just brands that are readily available on Amazon and shipped very quickly. Keep this bag, so don't destroy it when you open the drive. This is a Seagate 16 terabyte hard disk drive. As you can see, it's significantly bigger than your solid state. This is a hard disk drive. This actually has moving parts in it. So this has flash chips in it and it stores all your information with no moving parts. This actually has drive platters in it, as well as a read head and a motor, and everything spins and it moves the read head around. Anyway, this has moving parts, that's the point. So don't shake it, don't vibrate it, don't do all that stuff. Although it can withstand some shock and whatnot, just be careful with it. So your Megacade will have both of these. They will look similar to this. This is a 5-inch drive, this is a 2.5-inch drive. It will have these inside, and they will look similar, very similar to this. You can pull these out. I recommend labeling your cables so you don't get confused when you have to put the drives back in. You can pull these out of your Megacade, or the other option is you can purchase two new. You can purchase 2 new ones, like I've done here, and then you can package these up. You can send these along with your Launchbox license over to Dave, and he will put Omega on them and then ship them back to you. As far as shipping goes, shipping these, really easy. You can ship this directly in the packaging it came with. It comes with this little tray. This tray, I believe, is an anti-static tray, actually. And it comes in this little tray. You can just slide it right in there. And you can put it in your package along with this drive. You might want to put some tape or something over this so it doesn't flop around and knock this drive. This is the drive you have to be a little bit more careful with. As I said, this has moving parts in it. You don't want it to jar around. You don't want it to be, you know, shaken too much and shipping, whatnot. So best thing to do, keep your little anti-static bag that it came in. Put it right back inside there. And throw it right back in the little packaging thing that it came in, and then right back in the box that it came in. Put a new shipping label on it, ship it straight to Dave. If you are taking your drives out of your Megacade, how do I recommend packaging them? Being involved with storage, with data storage, and with SSDs in my other job, we package everything in anti-static peanuts. There's anti-static packaging peanuts, as well as anti-static bags like this, just to be on the safe side. Anti-static peanuts are freely available. We get ours online, but you can find them in shipping stores and stuff like that. Shipping electronics is pretty commonplace nowadays. There are safe ways to do this. I recommend at least getting an anti-static bag, getting some cushioning around your drive so it doesn't get shaken around too much. That's the whole thing. These are sensitive to shock. I don't want to say they're fragile. There is good shock absorption on them, and it has gotten better over the many decades that hard drives have been available. That being said, they still are more sensitive to shock than a solid state drive. So just package it well. Once you receive your drives back from David and they have been upgraded to Omega, and you're ready to put them back in your machine, if you've labeled all of your cables, it should be very easy to just slide it back in, and there are rubber dampeners and stuff inside your Megacade. It should be very easy to just plug these in and then boot up. I don't know this for sure because I don't have personal experience with Omega, but I do know a little bit about what it's based on. So it should be, you plug it in and you turn it on and it starts up. That's how it should be. I don't know if that's how it is, but I assume it's that way. What else do I want to say? So, a couple things. It used to be that in the Megacades, as I understand it, my Megacade's still pretty new. So it did ship with a 1 terabyte boot drive. But as I understand it, there are older Megacades that shipped with smaller boot drives, 500 gigabytes. I don't know if there's even below that, but for the boot drives. But as I understand it, Omega will require at least 1 terabyte on the boot drive. And I also believe that a 16 terabyte drive is going to be nearly full when it comes to Omega, which is great. That's great news because there's so much to play. What can you do to future-proof your Megacade? Future-proofing your Megacade is going to be the same thing that you're going to do to future-proof any sort of PC, any sort of gaming PC. The more space you have, the better. The more RAM you have, the better. The better video card, all kinds of stuff. It's a gaming PC inside of an arcade box. You can get bigger than 16 terabyte hard disk drives. You can get 18 terabyte hard disk drives, and they're actually not that much more expensive. That'll give you some extra space to play with. You can get 2 terabyte, 4 terabyte, 8 terabyte SSDs, and that'll give you more space to play with. That being said, I don't know for sure what's on the boot drive for Omega, so I don't know how much extra space is going to help you there. But maybe you can do something with that extra space. Either way, a lot of people, including myself, install and run Steam on their Megacades as well. What I recommend is getting a separate drive, either external or internal. External drive is just one of these. Hard disk drive is just one of these inside of an enclosure, and it plugs in with USB. I can put a picture of one in this video so you can see the difference. Either way, an external data drive like this, like a 16 terabyte, doesn't quite have to be that big, but I do recommend getting a separate drive like that to store your Steam games, because that'll just keep those games separate from the Omega software. I guess, can we call it a software? Yeah, it's like all-encompassing. The Omega project, that'll keep it separate from the Omega project. Therefore, anything that happens with Omega, upgrades, something crashes or something like that, it needs to be changed, upgraded, reset, whatever, it won't affect any of your Steam games. Also, as I understand it, like I said, this is pretty full when it comes to Omega, and you're going to want that extra storage for Steam games because Steam games can be very large. Okay, so your package for Dave will include one SSD, one data drive, packaged however you like, send it over to Dave. Also included in that package will be a file, a digital file. This is your license for Launchbox/Big Box. I believe it's $75 for a lifetime license. I do recommend getting that because it does update quite often. Yeah, so that'll be a file that you include with the package. You just, as I understand it, you just email that over to Dave, and he will take care of putting in the license key on your drives, and then ship them back, and you can plug them in. So I spoke to Dave today just because I wanted to get a little bit more clear on when we can ship drives and when they're being upgraded and stuff like that. This knowledge is as of today, May 3rd, 2022. Dave has told me, and I'm sure everyone else can figure this out for themselves as well, that they are upgrading drives and sending out Omega to a few beta testers, as well as the people that have agreed to help writing the technical manuals and stuff like that for Omega. Those people are already getting the drives and they're already being sent out. For the rest of us, me included, he said wait about 3 or 4 weeks before you ship your drives. I guess you can ship your drives right now if you have extra ones. However, I don't know anything about his organizational process or where he stores those drives or anything like that. I would be a little bit cautious about that. Maybe, what if they get lost or something like that? What if you send your drives and he installs them in another Megacade? Accidents happen. I don't know. I don't want to fault Dave. I think Dave's a great guy. He's definitely the dude, and he's helped me quite a bit. That being said, I do recommend purchasing, as I've said many times already in this video, I think purchasing separate drives and shipping those out to Dave so that he can install Omega on them. That way you can still play games while you're waiting for your Omega stuff. But he did tell me to wait 3 or 4 weeks. So I recommend waiting 3 or 4 weeks, just because that's what he said. Anyways, thank you for joining me for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions or concerns, please throw me a comment down below. I will put links to these SSDs in the pinned comment below, and as well as in the description below, so you can get these. As I said, these are just available from Amazon. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Until then, happy gaming.